going to pick up the beef after processing. I blame Brandon's driving for the videography.
Of course you do.
We are here today to pick up processed beef for clients, and Brandon is getting his CrossFit workout done. What style? What technique? That is one beef. Our big one. All right, 3 are in the truck, right?
3.
3. Headed for our first delivery. These folks don't have a vehicle that's big enough to carry the boxes, so we said, you know what, you're on our way to our house, so we'll just drop it off for you. So, about to make our first stop. Second delivery. Again, these folks have just a little car, so they're close to the house. We figured, why not? We could make sure that they could get their beef and enjoy some tasty red Angus, right?
Yeah, tender, tasty.
Hello from the Hashknife. Today we're going to walk through quickly the steaks that we got off of Tuesday. Keep in mind, Tuesday is a slightly bigger animal than what we normally do. Usually the animals that we slaughter are between 900 to 1,000 pounds, very roughly. Typically about the 950 range. She was closer to 1450 because she was an older heifer that was dry, did not calve or anything like that. So we kept her back and we are consuming her for the family. So what I'm going to show you is all the steaks that are packaged by our butcher and all the burger that we got from her as well. So we're going to walk you through that right now. Everything is on a tarp, just very quickly out here. We have 5 boxes of burger. Each tube is about 1.5 pounds of burger itself. And we are estimating we have close to 150 pounds of burger.
150 packs.
150 packs. So 1.5 pounds, you're looking what? Close to 200 pounds of burger. Okay. So moving, we're going to go top, down, left to right. All right. So we're going to start up here with some of our roasts. 1,400 pound heifer that was dry again. So go ahead, Dad, if you want to talk through some of this. We got rump roast.
We get a couple of rump roasts. I'm not much of a roast fan, but
They're good on
Mom
smoker.
likes it. Yeah, you can smoke them. Chuck roast, 2 of them here. We got a sirloin tip roast, which I'm sure Mom will put with some taters and carrots and that sort of stuff.
Sure.
Here's the briskets, each half of a brisket on her. You got a couple of packages of flank steak. Got a couple of packages of chuck steak. And
4
then
piece there.
sirloin tip roast. And then you got your tri-tips. And those are just tri-tip steaks. Now you've got here
Looks like 7 T-bones.
about 7 T-bones, and we package these 2 steaks per package. So that's about right, about 14 T-bones off of there. You got your sirloin steaks here, which you're looking at about 10 steaks total. You got some New York boneless here, and some or New York strips. So again, you got about 16 steaks there. You got 8 packages of 2.
2 tenderloins.
2
right there as
tenderloins.
well.
And obviously some of these, you don't have a lot on, like your tenderloins, your flank steak. There's only so much there. This is your backbone and your rib, your length of your animal, that you get these sirloins, this New Yorks, and the ribeye. And of course you got 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 26 ribeye steaks off of her. She was a long-backed animal, yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, you can't get too many ribeyes. A couple of barbecue-style ribs that we did. They've got no bone in them. And so one of those will feed 3 or 4 people pretty easily. Moving over here, you got cube steaks. So cube steaks are an option. You can make those into, say, for strip steak, finger steaks. Chicken fried steak is more commonly what you do. And if you don't do that, it goes to hamburger. And I see that as a waste of a resource there. So some of you got our soup bones. We got liver, heart, tongue, and then the oxtail for oxtail soup. So basically I don't know how many pounds exactly we have here, but it's a good bunch of meat off of a rail weight animal that was, what was it, 700 pounds, basically?
Yeah. Rail
right
weight, hanging weight, same thing. It's the carcass with entrails, head, and hide gone. And that was what her weight came out to be. Again, we're not measuring the meat itself, but at least you can have a really encompassing understanding of what that 900 pound, sorry, you said 700 pound rail weight came out to be with all the burger and all those steaks.
About 750, I think. She's pretty good size. A lot of waste, a lot of hamburger in there.
We usually don't do a lot of liver and heart, but some people do. We will eat wildlife heart, but not really a big fan with.
Yeah, I'm not
heart.
really. I'll eat domestic heart. I don't or liver. I don't want wild liver. I know where this animal's been. And actually, I'm just saving that for a friend. I hardly ever. I just don't eat liver, and he loves it, wants it. So you can have it. We're not going to just waste it. So this is really a really good cross section of what's there in the freezer. This will feed us for a year. Basically 3 families, Mom and I, Kaylin, and then Braden and Bailey. And so we'll get a lot out of this. There was a lot of waste on her. She was very, very fatty. So they trimmed a lot off of her, had to do a lot of extra work. The burger had no tallow mixed with it at all because she was so fat, and we knew that going in, that there was a lot of waste on there. So the burger, we're hoping to hit somewhere around that 90% lean with no tallow added to it. A lot of times they'll add tallow or have to add tallow because some of the animals that come in are a little leaner than what you could do there. So they actually showed us some pictures, and I wish I had them. Maybe she'll text them to me of just exactly how much an amazing amount of fat waste was on her ribs and like on the barbecue style spare ribs. So not all of that was rail weight was edible. It wasn't just the bone, but there's excess fat on there too. So we could maybe feed them down a little bit, but when you do that, you sacrifice tenderness and
flavor.
So I'm still happy with that. Tuesday is in a better place.